Oh boy, Julius Randle had himself one of those games. Knicks in Miami to take on the Heat. These two teams fighting to stay out of the play-in tournament. And let's just say Julius Randle fought a little harder than everybody else on the court. Randle absolutely unconscious in the first quarter of this basketball game. That is a deuce plus the foul. Randle's like, it's already in my strong hand. A little don't mind if I do and one. You can't guard me. Randle ain't done yet. Going to his right, but strongly using his left. Still's in fuego right now. Randle, when he gives it up, it's like he's got the Midas touch. Another lefty, BRUNSON, knocks in the three. Third quarter, Miami strikes back. Jimmy Butler also had himself a game. You know, since All-Star break, just the level of competition has just risen so much in the NBA. You telling me these guys don't want it? Randle, another three. Other end, it's FERRO responding with a three of his own. Josh Hart seemed like he's been the missing piece in New York. He finds Emmanuel quickly for three. Knicks up 8 with 8 minutes to go. But this game, trust and believe, is nowhere near from over. Another trade goes. This time it's Martin connecting. Miami's down a point. BRUNSON off his pivot at 25 points. Knicks up by 3. FERRO, look at him, fine, and bam, Bayou for the old alley-oop. It's a 2-point game. Look at this will and want from Jimmy Butler, the strongest deuce of his 33 points. Miami now with 30 seconds is down a point. Look at FERRO rip Julius Randle clean and score. The Heat are up a point. It appears that Randle, who had a big-time game, maybe blew it for his team. He almost loses it again with 6 seconds to go. Randle again almost loses it, but this time he gathers and shoots it to beat the buzzer. It's Julius Randle with the game-winning three-pointer to stun the Miami Heat. He knocked in 8 of his 13 attempted three-pointers. He goes for a game-high 43 points, 9 rebounds, and the go-ahead bucket as the Knicks win their 8th straight game, 122-120. Somebody needs to talk about it if nobody else gonna state the obvious in the room. This Josh Hart thing in New York, it works. You can't make a lot of sense out of it. Now, keep in mind, I was a big Josh Hart fan when he was coming out of college at Villanova and went straight to my Los Angeles Lakers. But I gotta be honest with y'all. Josh Hart has some struggles, and there was some, rumors and reports, and I was starting to question, is he taking this thing serious? He seemed a little goofy to me at times, even though he had some bright spots with my Lakers. He gets traded to the Pelicans. Pretty much the same sentiment I had there. He goes to Portland, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, man, this dude, one of my favorites, he might mess around and be out the league. He seems like a great guy to have a drink with, by the way. But I'm looking at him like, yo, he ain't making the most of the minutes that he's getting. This trade to New York, the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, are 8-0 since the Josh Hart trade. They ain't lost a game. Obviously, everybody knows this is Jalen Brunson's former teammate, his college roommate at Villanova. Now, look, let's state the obvious in the room, all right? Somebody's got to tell it how it needs to be told, all right? We've heard a lot of college players say, you know what? If I can get with my college teammate, I believe we can win a lot of games. Matter of fact, the most ridiculous one is not even collegiate related. It's brother related. Remember when LeVar Ball, the father of the Ball brothers, believes that if LaMelo, Lonzo, and LiAngelo could get on the same team, they would win a championship? Okay, that's not going to happen. They can't even stay healthy. But this is one of those rare instances where a couple of teammates that played together at the college level, they actually make sense at the professional level. And look at Thibodeau saving his job. By the way, no one else is talking about this, but I definitely believed with the Knicks bringing in Josh Hart, had Thibodeau not went on this streak late and the Knicks got eliminated in the first round, I definitely believe they were going to go make that phone call to Jay Wright. It makes sense, right? With a couple of BRUNSON, a couple of Villanova guys and BRUNSON and Josh Hart already in the building. I definitely thought Jay Wright was going to be the ideal candidate if they went in a different direction for Thibodeau, but it would be so hard to fire Thibodeau right now with the job he's doing with the New York Knicks. Julius Randle playing phenomenal ball, and I just want to give Josh Hart a lot of credit. His stats are not jumping off the wall. The man had one really good game. I think he had 27 points. I think that was right before Valentine's Day, day before Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, he's had a couple double-digit games, but it's his hustle, man. If you just watch the games, he is playing so hard. Shout out to Rob Perez. If you don't know who he is by name, it's the guy that you and everybody else looks at night to night for their basketball highlight updates on Twitter. Rob Perez, shout out to him. He's shown so many hustle plays of Josh Hart throughout this stretch with the Knicks. It's tough to miss, by the way, because he's showing a lot of Josh Hart, and rightfully so, man. The New York Knicks, they deserve this. The fan base deserves what they're getting right now. And you know what? I'm going to say this if nobody else is going to say this, and I'll get up out of here. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I appreciate the love and support. You know, the Knicks executive, shout out Scott Perry over there, the general manager for the Knicks and their whole executive crew. You know, when you talk about, you know, the front office of the year, you know, obviously with the Phoenix Suns pulling off the Kevin Durant trade, it's going to be tough to argue that. I mean, it's Kevin Durant. I get it. If you have an opportunity to trade for Kevin Durant, look, be clear. I ain't mad at nobody saying that they had a great move at the deadline that might win you an award. Shout out to Milwaukee as well. They've really rounded their team out with some moves. But once we get past those two teams, I want to shout out the New York Knicks. They have did the best bang for your bucks moves. I mean, obviously, a lot of us thought signing Jalen Brunson for the dollar that they were going to pay him was a little bit high, right? It's a little bit high dollar to give a guy that was a backup point guard in Dallas. But now that looks like they got him for a steal. And then you add in little moves like the Josh Hart move at the deadline, which is a little or nothing type of move. How about the New York Knicks? They're rolling now, winners of 8 straight. They ain't lost a game since Josh Hart became a part of their team.